Morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Great. Happy Sunday to you, Scott.
Happy, 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 happy,
Happy
happy.
Sunday to everybody.
Hey, what's up,
It's
people?
snowing here.
Is it really?
Is it snowing there?
No, bright and sunny.
Yeah. It's amazing because I couldn't get into the dealership until yesterday to put my snow tires on. And I was just praying, like, because to go to the end of November without snow here is a little bit of a stretch,
All
like to hope
right.
for. And I was like, please just hold off, just hold off. I got my snow tires yesterday. Today, snowing. Thank
Do
you,
you,
universe.
do you rotate? Hey, hugs, Teresa.
I don't know. They do what they do. Rotate, align, oil, whatever they do.
Yeah, I was wondering, you don't have like two pairs of tires, one for snow,
Yeah,
one.
I have summer tires and winter tires, like two different seasons. Yeah. So you put your
I
winter tires on now and you take them off in March.
used to
I
do that. I used
they
to have two sets for my old Camaro I used to have in the '90s. I had
ooh,
two sets.
Scott,
That was
picking
a
up
long
the
time ago.
babes. I can
That,
see you driving down, picking up the babes in your Camaro.
yeah, 1980, 81 Camaro. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had two sets of tires for that. It definitely worked. You know, had the cool rims and everything, and the other tires, and then the standards for the winter.
Yeah.
But I can remember those days. No, I don't care. I just make sure they're good. Don't have to impress anyone anymore. Just wake up and I
I would,
mean,
I would just say you don't need a car to impress anyone. You've realized that you are the whole package. You don't need a car.
oh, you're too much.
Hey everyone, Scott just woke up. I'm gonna spill the secret. He's still trying to wake up. I was early for once. I am never early.
Oh, that's so mean. Hey, Nadine. I'm enjoying my vacation, I guess.
Mm. Yes, happy belated Thanksgiving to all of the American peeps here.
I've been resting a lot. Definitely needed it. I worked last Saturday. Last Saturday delivering
Right.
turkey, and we were slow Friday. He gave me a 4-day weekend.
Wow, that's nice.
They busted my butt, and it's like I didn't know what to do with myself. I just been resting
Yeah.
a lot.
Sleep's a great thing, just chilling out and refueling your own tank, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So Debbie's going to be joining us, right? She's just
Yep. Debbie's on the way.
on the way.
Logistics stuff, but she's gonna be popping in.
Hmm.
Just curious. Anything in the news? Anything want to read on?
Let's see.
Any criminals around? Any
So
loving spirits around?
let's see.
Anyone? Everyone got their coffee, ready to rock and roll today?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah,
Rock and roll.
send us some questions on the news, folks. What you want us to check on?
I seen something kind of every once in a while. There's some cool stuff on Twitter. It's like people post really cute animal videos and stuff. And so one person I follow asked all his followers, put the year you were um, a teenager into the GIF search box,
Yeah.
and then post what comes up.
Okay.
So I became a teenager in '81, and the GIF that came up for me was Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. So it came up the Rocker Joe and Jet. That was mine. Another one I seen was was it? No, but anyway, something that was made in '81. So I thought that was pretty cute. And scrolling through all of those, when people turned 13, and what was the big thing then? The things like that are really cute.
They are cute.
Oh, and I seen another really cute video. Thinking of cute stuff. There was it's like a adopted farm. Whenever had a video, like they took in abused animals, and there was this calf that they had to raise up and be very, very careful with, and then raised it from bad health, so it was attention. It became like a pet. So every time the family dog, this Dalmatian, went for a walk, this calf had to go for a walk too. It was just the cutest thing, The family's got the ropes or whatever going for a walk. Here's this calf going for a walk, and there's the dog going for a walk, and they're like best buddies, they lick each other, and and it's just the cutest thing how this, baby cow, became like a like a
was mimicking
like mimicking, the attitudes and the actions of a puppy.
How cute.
And how he'd get so jealous, and be at the fence and it's like, why am I not going?
Aw.
That is so cute.
It's the cutest things how animals, can, in a different environment, will act differently.
It makes you want to be a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Just saying.
See how it's made.
That's a pretty good story. How's it going, Debbie?
Hey, what's up, Deb?
Good. Good morning. Good morning. I'm still at my brother's for the Thanksgiving holiday, and needed to be aware that it's very early here, as you can tell. It's still turning light. So that's why I'm late. So
Silly Coast. Oh, you're right on time, actually.
Oh, good.
I was saying
early. I'm never early.
I know. He was the early bird.
And Scott just woke up.
And I woke up like 5 minutes prior, so I was trying to.
Oh, wow.
Get out. I
Okay,
was up.
So I'm all good.
Dozed off. Then I was up, and then dozed off, and I'm like, time to go.
Time to go.
So I'm kind of happy to say some stories and get focused into good energy, and
right.
You're here, and now we can.
And Andrea, speaking of animal stories, do you ever get caught in those cat videos?
Watching cat videos? Yeah.
I mean, you can literally you can get
forever. I watch some cat live streams where it's like rescue kittens in a at a clinic or whatever, and they have the live cameras going. It just brings so much joy to watch them and play and.
Oh, it really does. It's fun. And then the ones where they're like mean cats, or whatever, outrageous videos of cats. And they do the.
Well, I was saying I think I'm going to start a YouTube for my boys.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, cat videos are the thing, guys. Even if you don't like cats, you start watching the cat video and you can't help but be like.
There's a lot of cute ones.
Looking at it.
I hear ya.
So is it snowing where you are, Debbie?
No, I'm in Vegas, so not snowing here.
Vegas.
Yes, my brother lives in North Vegas.
Oh, you're in Vegas.
You going to the casinos?
I have gone a couple times with them. Well, because the whole family came, so we had a couple nights down there. It's super crowded right now. It's weird.
Really?
And I'm all masked up and like
Are
crazy.
People wearing masks in the casino?
You have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if
good.
you're sitting at a table, you know, if you're
Yeah.
doing a table one, if it goes like, if your mask goes like this, they stop everything and they're like, you need to put your mask up.
Wow.
Yeah, they're very strict.
Wow.
And they have all the stations, hand stations,
Yeah.
and, you know, for the, you know, to keep antibacterial on your hands. And yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So, yeah. And yes, I won.
Yeah.
If everybody was
Excellent.
asking, did you win?
Yay.
Yes. When will
Yay.
stop pulling strings? Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
I know, right? Don't we all wish that one?
We all want to
Hey,
know.
Dean. Good
Or
morning, Dean. Hermit's
Good
Corner
morning.
Dean is here.
Oh, hi,
How you
Dean.
doing?
Good morning.
Indigo.
Oh, I
Oh,
just love it. I can't believe how early y'all get up here. Look at all the family here. Of course, it might not be early for some of some of the folks.
usually I'm up early. Always early. But I think my body and my mind knew I was on kind of a mini rest vacation.
You needed it. I mean, isn't this week or the week before this
Yeah, last few
really
weeks have
long?
been
Yeah.
heck. A lot of long hours. I'm glad Thanksgiving's over. Coming up on Christmas is kind of busy, but not as.
Well, how about New Year's? Don't a lot of people do
A little bit,
stuff?
you know. Anytime there's a holiday with get-togethers, it picks up. More meats and foods and yeah.
I
Get
think
your coffee. There you
I
go.
think I don't know. The family can correct me here, but I think like isn't like New Year's is like a roast time, or is that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Christmas Day is a roast, right? And then I forget, but anyways, there's some traditional things that people do
Yeah.
that
Other
increase
times it's
the
a
meat.
roast.
The meat. Mm.
Hams are always popular.
Oh,
Here's
ham.
Bo.
Oh, hi,
Speaking
Bo.
of little hams,
Yeah, there's little
Oh,
hams.
you
There
better
you
get
go.
ready because you're going to be a
Yep.
YouTube. You're going
Be
to
a
be an
big star, Bo.
influencer. Bo, you're going to be an influencer soon. But get ready.
Right. They're so funny how they let me know about stuff. Like Arrow was sitting here at the window this morning. He was started talking, like fussing. I'm like, what is it? And he was watching all the snow come down. He was letting me know that it was snowing. So funny.
Oh, cute. Oh, you're getting snow. That's why you asked.
Oh yeah. He
Hi,
was
Holly.
watching them all the
Oh,
flakes of
she
snow.
says prime rib for Christmas. I knew I was onto something with her at the meet there around Christmas. Okay. So snowing in Canada.
Yeah.
So
So
we had a little snow when I left, but yeah, it's kind of it hasn't quite hit yet.
all right. Are we gonna throw a couple cards on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Roast
I forgot what we're doing. I thought we were just
Rock
hanging
and
out.
roll.
So I'm like,
I'm like,
I was gonna start talking about Christmas menus. So like I'm a vegetarian. My family's not, but they will be when I'm around quite a bit, right?
yeah.
So when I used to come home for Christmas, because I used to live far away from them, every night we would do a different culture of food. So that it would entertain them. They wouldn't be thinking about the meat they're not eating, right? So we would have Mexican night, Italian night, Greek night, Indian night. Like we would just go through some of the different cultures in a vegetarian skew. But sometimes they'd sneak meat on the side. But that's another fun thing too. If you guys want to do something different over the holidays, is every night try to, if you can, have a different culture of food.
That's a great idea because the family that I'll be with over Christmas, and that that if you want to read about all that, you can read my book. But the other family that I'll be with Christmas, they don't understand food changes.
Right.
So, but or how to deal with vegetarians.
And you can even do North American. You can have hamburgers and fries, but it's a veggie burger, right? So that it's still culturally the same,
Yeah,
North American style.
yeah. Have you ever tried like Beyond Burger or?
Yeah, so with me, it's funny. Like I don't want to have the same flavor or taste as meat. I'm not craving that. I'm not looking for that. But some of those products are, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
If you want that kind of thing.
Yeah, when I've added that in, it's for people who want, like, if I make spaghetti and they're used to having meat in the spaghetti or a meatball or something, I'll use the Beyond Beef, and they're like,
what is this?
What? That's great. Oh, they think it's like, oh,
yeah.
So that's kind of how I sneak all that in, but just it's interesting to be.
I like the rice and mushroom patties. There's some nice ones that are. Anyways,
I'm out of the loop.
Back to
I'm out of the loop on vegetarianism.
You're not in the loop?
No.
Did you say?
Yeah, he's not in the loop.
I've been seeing more and more of the vegetarian, type meats created in ads. So it's obviously coming in a rise, and people like them, they say. So, Dorian had a question for you, Debbie.
Oh.
Are you the only psychic intuitive in your very large family?
My kids are like me, and I have to say no, but how about the only one who identifies and practices it in the way that I do? Depending on the level of, like, how do I say this? Like religious wise and like that. It's like your belief thing. It's kind of like that. So, but I see it in the family, but they wouldn't necessarily practice it because of their beliefs. Yeah. Does that make sense?
There you go.
That's a good question, though.
All righty.
I guess I should plug in all this stuff.
I got the Lilacian.
Can you hear me better now?
Intuitive cards. See if they give us a little timing on the former guy here. Things are wrapping up.
Holly says same with her. I just have a really big family, so. But in my birth family, I see it. But.
Good morning, everybody. So many people here. Look, you feel the happy energy. I can feel it coming through in the chat. There's lots of energy and.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wake us up, guys.
Yeah. When will change?
Okay. Good morning, Connie. When will Trump go away? Stop pulling strings. T-Barb. Oh my gosh. She just woke up.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's a late day for a lot of people then.
Holiday. They got full time.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Sleeping in with a full tummy.
Earth Mama says, my mother was so psychic, my dad said she could be a detective. Aw. Oh, he's still grifting.
God. When does winter officially start?
Well, got a handy little calendar here. Because apparently I can't figure out whatever day it is, even on the day. Winter solstice is December 21st, which I think means either winter starts the 21st or 22nd, right?
Yeah, usually around the 20. Yeah.
It's still before winter.
Ooh.
Really?
Woohoo.
Before winter starts, the former guy is going down. We've gotten that numerous times.
That's interesting because I did keep seeing 22, the number 22, but I didn't know
it doesn't mean it's influence or anything, but I think that's when the indictments start flying.
Ah.
You know what I mean? You know, he can still be in the process, you know, like Steve Bannon. He's indicted, he's going to court, he can still be out there, rah, bah, bah, bah. It's a witch hunt. But as far as the change is when the family or others the indictments start flying.
Yeah.
The change, getting better, love, trust the process, stay in that positive moment. And then I have a female, some kind of female, starting it. The lightning bolt comes when a female either flips or starts the indictment. You know, maybe one of the DOJ females. Or is that male? Wait a minute. That's male. My bad. That's male. What was I thinking female for? That's the male energy.
You got ladies on the brain.
Yeah. So maybe that's DOJ, you know, the Garland energy. Brings her down, yeah. Okay, what do you guys got?
I got the Republican Party really taking a look at themselves, reflecting maybe on the events that have happened and how America is just this crazy zone right now. They decide to cut ties with him once it's revealed Pootie Cakes is so the cutting the ties once that bear. So that's, to me, that's Pootie Cakes Russia. Well, maybe something comes out in the next month that even if they like 45's ideas, they got to say, no, I got to cut connection from this guy because it's too outrageous. I'm going to lose my voters, that kind of thing, right? Because they're all self-serving.
Queen of Earth.
So that's the Queen of Pentacles.
Indigo is getting Queen of Pentacles.
What
do we got here?
Yeah, he's still trying to. This was the first card out, you know, the grifting, just trying to. It's all about that, getting that money.
All about the money.
But I kind of. I have the Three of Wands and the High Priestess. His connections and stuff with the overseas people, like what Andrea was saying. Something's going to be revealed that hasn't been revealed yet, right? About that. Yeah. And about the connection with the money and the grifting. His challenge is the King of Cups. And what they're bringing, what's happening and the movement in the White House there. You have the Empress there with the Four of Wands, which is my White House card. So those are the challenges he's looking at that will ultimately pull him away. But I do feel it has something to do with his connections to the overseas people. Right? But the question is, when will it stop pulling the strings? When that's revealed. I was getting a 22. I kept seeing the number 22. So is that like the first of the year? Is it on the 22nd of where it really is the big cut? I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
Doesn't that?
The gummies.
I grabbed some other fabulous cards from some special lady.
Those are really nice looking cards.
Gorgeous cards.
I did a clarify with these fabulous things. Fast. We got fast movement coming. Things are coming to light that are redacted. Look at that. This winter.
Ooh. See, you can't get any clearer than that.
Bedtime's here now, When
I think
the snow starts flying this time of year, and you see the icicles on the.
Oh yeah.
He made it here, so it's coming. We get that fast movement card.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It'll be here before you know it.
Redacted stuff are coming out.
Secrets coming out. Yeah.
Those sealed indictment stuff, they're moving. It's moving. It's coming.
Yay. And just for a little commercial here, you guys, those cards would be great Christmas gifts. So
and they're still on a special sale right now.
So get in on the special sale, guys, and get those Christmas gifts. I heard from a birdie that they came in the mail, so as soon as I get home, I can't wait.
I hope they're there in your mailbox, because I'll be sad if they're.
These are kind of cool,
Well, Shannon's there.
You don't have to worry. Oh, cool. You have multiple pictures on them,
Yeah, so if it's upside down, some of them have another. Yeah.
Upside down or not, you got the home card or you got the foreign card.
Look at you, Andrea, even thinking about the reversed.
So these I wouldn't worry about how they're shuffled.
Right.
Usually
there's only one that's really, I'd say, conceptual. And for some reason it was supposed to be in the deck, and it was this one. I think that's like the universe in order, and then if it's upside down, maybe things are out of order. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along.
Oh, neato.
But it supposed to be in the deck for whatever reason.
I love that card too. Yeah. Now, is that the sun on one side?
Yeah.
So, wow, that you could go a lot of different directions with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could also be a moon card.
It could be like the shadow side of things, or the sunny side of things, or.
Yeah. Could represent a moon or a sun or Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Earth related. Pretty cool stuff, Andrea.
Globally.
Debbie, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I quit my job. Yeah. Enough. It was such a bad week. Yelling, screaming, blaming. This is not the energy I want to be part of. Gave my resignation, and I got a couple weeks left to, you gotta.
Yeah.
And that's it. No more.
Well, congratulations for making that. That step for you and loving you.
Yeah.
It's a big hit.
You know what? You can't subject yourself. I mean, no one should subject themselves to that. If you know that it's not working for your mind and your body and your emotions and all that kind of stuff, get out.
Yeah.
And watch how the universe takes care of you when you step into that, knowing that, into your alignment. If it's so bad, you know that you're not in the right place.
Yeah, and you know what? I said thank you to the universe, because it couldn't have been any more louder and in my face than Wednesday last week. Literally couldn't. There could have been more neon signs flashing. Get out.
I'm sorry you went through that, but I'm glad that you're on this side of that.
Yes, me too. So
yeah, I've been there.
Cheers
Been there,
to you.
done that.
Thank you.
I had to
Now
get
we
out.
really can do a road trip.
Yes.
I'm still working.
We'll pick you up, Scott, on weekends.
So we'll kidnap Scott.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was working for a septic business, pumping septics and whatnot, and bad materials, whatever, liquid, pumping anything that way. And the boss was just horrible. I would purposely come as late as possible, hoping he was already out on his job so I didn't have to see him. He was just a horrible man. Never communicated, never was grateful. And it finally just came to one day. There's my sign, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yep.
I was scheduled a vacation where I was going to Florida, and before I left, I wrote my resignation letter, dropped my key off and everything, gas card with the letter before I went for vacation, and I'm done.
Adios.
You're a horrible boss. I don't respect you at all. I can't take this anymore. Funny thing is, the other guy that left earlier, 6 months earlier, who was there 28 years, he couldn't take it anymore, but amazingly, he made 28 years.
28 years.
Not 28 years with the same guy.
Oh.
There was the other guy retired, and it's been like 8 years with the new owner. And the owner before, who started this business and made it popular and well known, they all wanted to see my resignation letter. Can you email that to me? I heard it was awesome. I just gotta know. Sure.
Awesome.
And they actually respected what I did, because this guy needed to get knocked down. He was destroying the business name, and many people were unhappy. It's just like, I had to go. I just can't take this negativity and this hoarded anymore. No. I worked hard for that man. I jumped in there. I fixed him. All this work. And I never got any credit and thanks. And all he does is yell or timing, and like, I can't help traffic and all this. I'm like, I'm done. You just get to a point where like, trust and want better.
You can see your boss. He was playing out his childhood experience, and once he got into that power position, he became his dad. Hopefully he's learned by now or something, or
yeah, hopefully. I mean, as far as I've seen, he's had the same employees for quite a long time. A younger kid,
because they're used to that position too. They're used to that parenting as well, right? Parenting.
Maybe. From what I've seen, he struggled for quite a while. Maybe a year later, he finally had 2 solid employees. What I've noticed. I'm not in contact anymore, but I see the trucks on the road.
Right. Yeah.
I see the same guys. I pass them or something.
Yeah, like I got the new boss a month ago or something.
Yeah,
the old boss still works there. She still works there, and she exploded on Wednesday.
Okay, so it was still her.
She's still there, and my good boss was on the call, and her and this other person were screaming and yelling and blaming and all that. And I just looked at him on the call, and I said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Andrea, but all that being said, is there something that you can look back on, and just for the family here, that as far as how we respond to things like this, that you're grateful for, that you can take forward with you?
Yeah, so I am grateful for the nice people that I've met and worked with for the last year. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, because it all pointed in the direction that I knew I wanted to go anyways, which is doing this full time and being creative and being in, this environment with these types of people. This is what I want. So it pointed me in the right direction. It was uncomfortable, but I'm really grateful. And this morning I thought about the horrible boss lady and I said, you know what? I wish her enlightenment. And I almost started to cry because it felt so good to wish her well
Mm-hmm.
and that she changes and she can find her way, and she's very 3D. Perhaps she can find her way higher.
Yeah. Well, we send her light and love then.
Because
Um,
it must be miserable to be
it must be
that person.
miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. Excellent concept, Andrea.
Yeah. And for anybody out there, like I saw the signs a long time ago, but I kept trying. And sometimes, and that's because other people there asked me not to leave. But at some point, you've got to take care of yourself first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you could ignore the signs a long time, and eventually you'll get a neon blast of crap like I got on Wednesday, and you will see the light. So hopefully you don't go that low before you see the signs.
it's so weird, honey. I've been there too. Just trying and trying and trying, and feeling the drive to make things better. But in the end, you just can't.
And then I
But
thought, why am
but
I
you
using my brains and my personality and my smarts and all this kind of stuff to help them get better? When they are so 3D, it's like, no. I'm going to take what I can offer and bring it to people who want it and embrace it and where it can be helpful.
Yeah. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about not throwing your pearls to swine.
Oh, well, wow. Okay.
And that's pretty harsh, but I mean, it's basically, you're giving and giving, but they're not even at an energy understanding to take them in and recognize them as pearls. Yeah. So, well, but it doesn't stop us from praying and sending them love and light. And But yeah, wow, what an experience. And we were all, the whole family here were with you the whole last year. And yeah.
I know. And I'm just, and another lesson I have learned is don't rely on one stream of revenue because then it holds you. So this week I probably would have just ate the crap if I didn't have this on the go too, right? And starting to make some money on YouTube and with the cards and stuff. Because, when you have a job that pays you and you think, oh my God, like this stops, what am I going to do? There's always another job. You just forget it in the moment, right? But if you have another source of revenue or a couple, I think that makes more sense, at least for me, because then nothing holds me. I don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid, right? If that's something you get afraid of.
Right. And if you're like me and never listen to any pushing out the door, like you need to leave this job, you need to leave this job, you're like, no, I'm not leaving this job. Yeah. And then you get a little stroke that says you have to go. So that's what happened to me in my traditional work, that I had a stroke. It was such a stressful job, but I loved it and I was good at it.
Yeah.
And but the energy was so stressful for me. Being an empath, working in an ER and doing the work that I did for so many years. And then I'm recovering from that, gonna go back to the job, and I break my leg golfing.
The universe.
So I'm like, and that's what got me. That's when I'm like, I think I'm not supposed to go back.
Yeah.
But it's hard, you guys, because again, I had to sell my home because I didn't have my income, and then step into what I truly love and align with fully, and try to make a living like that. And it's been a tough go, but I
Aren't you
am
happier and
truly
healthier? Yeah.
happy and healthy
Yeah.
and truly aligned with what I love to do. So,
And that's what matters. That's what matters.
and thankful for this family that supports me and
Yeah.
helps me stay in this place and be able to bring love and light this way. So,
And live as who you are.
Yeah.
And be happy. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, we digress.
It was asked, how the heck do you break your leg golfing?
I know. Inquiring minds want to know that now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was having the game of my life. I had hit already like a couple birdies and I, I'm, pumped up. I'm like, I'm on it today. I'm totally on it. Just hit like this great drive going from hitting that to back to the golf cart. I like to jog.
Mhm.
So every time I play golf, I like to jog from once I hit the ball, I jog back to the golf cart or whatever. Well, I'm jogging back, and all of a sudden, there was a man, a water like a cement thing, like a electrical box or whatever. I don't know, manhole thing, whatever. But one of those cement things. But it was covered with grass, and I'm running, and all of a sudden I'm on the ground, and because I had hit that exactly right, like I could have ran any direction, but no, I ran right and hit that little cement box that was hidden under the grass. So of course the next day when my friend went to take pictures, it was all mowed.
Oh.
Yeah, so you could see it.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to
They
take
didn't
any
want us lost.
responsibilities. Yeah. Or have anybody else get hurt. But anyway, yeah, that's how I broke my leg golfing. I never finished the best game of my life.
Oh, Lordy.
You still have yet to play it, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, we'll have a golf tournament.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
That'd
A
be
fun
fun.
golf tournament for all of our group here.
Yeah, Lucienne will be in. She loves golfing.
Renee, get that on the list.
To avoid any injuries, you can do it on your phone.
I know. It's not as fun. All right. The question is, will Biden complete his term? And I got a yes on that. But let's putt golf. Connie says, let us I'm going to throw on that as well.
So we're talking first term.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe Biden's 4-year term as president.
Can you believe it's only been a year, right? That he's been, no, not even.
Not even.
It feels like forever because there's just been so much drama.
That's true. I can't believe that.
Not even a year.
Not even a year. And look how much has been done.
10 months.
Wow.
We're just getting into the time frame of all the stolen election and lawsuits and stop the steal. And then we got the anniversary of the insurrection. So,
You know, in grade school in the play yard or something like that, and the bully or the whatever, the sore loser person loses, and all they do is run around and say, you cheated, and the game's rigged and all this or whatever, right? Like a tantrum. This is what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like a child in the schoolyard. I'm talking about 45.
Yeah. Yeah.
my ball.
Yeah. I
You
figured.
took my ball.
Who cries for a year after?
A year.
Tantrum for a year,
A guy worried about going to prison.
I suppose.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
got a bullseye. I'm going to take this as peace, trying to make peace in the country by the end of his first term from all the negative Republican crap and 45's corruption. So that's a lot. As a president, you've got a lot to deal with, or any world leader. But 45's garbage on top of it is such a distraction from the jobs that need to be done. That's a shame. So let's get 45 out of the way. So his goal is peace, making things more peaceful in the States. Now, the thing is, so I wasn't sure how to ask it either. Active president, because,
I'm hearing that, yes, he'll finish the term out, but all the cards say lots of turmoil.
Yeah, I see the turmoil.
Oh, so much.
I'm getting turmoil also.
Yeah.
I don't think it's decided universally.
I think you're absolutely right with that.
That's what the white card usually means, is unknown. I was trying to say it was peace, but it could be the unknown.
I think it's the unknown. I'm thinking it's unknown.
I think it mainly has to do with clearing out the fog. It depends if this presidency can calm down. Be in a stable environment. He's, like you said, we're dealing with the former administration. We're dealing with a lot of insurrectionists in the DOJ. He's dealing with coronavirus worldwide. Now the administration's a little upset because of this new variant. What if we would have given South Africa more vaccines?
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole thing there, and this is actually really stressing him out.
That's what I saw the virus. I saw 45. And this isn't something a normal president faces in their term.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to do other things, right? Not fight the old guy, the previous one, and a worldwide pandemic. So
there's a lot going on. He would like to. His dreams are to be healthy and wise and run a second term.
Yeah.
I see that here with the King of Cups and Temperance. But everything prior, when I tossed, is struggles.
Yes.
Anxieties. I want to get away. This is almost too much. Internally, he's like, I'm an old guy. I don't know if I want to do this. But his heart and his desire is saying, I want to be this president. I want to take it through for 8 years. But I have all these anxieties around. 9 of Swords, 5 of Coins, 8 of Cups. I want to walk away,
Yeah, I got the 8 of Cups too.
7 of Coins, tough battles, trying to pluck everything together. He's relying on another woman here. Queen of Wands is a Pelosi energy, so there's some that's not the Queen of Cups would be his wife. So this is another governmental person he's relying on. So I would say this is like a Kamala Harris relying on the side of the chaos. I think he is relying on her more than people say. But all this other stuff is just so chaotic that I'm seeing within this. And that 7 of Cups dropped out. I'm trying to shuffle and feel, and this flipped over. So trying to put everything together. I mean, we're early. We're, like you said, we're not even a year.
Not even a year.
So
that's true. We're not even a year.
This is the chaos. If things calm down, he could be not wanting to have a stroke, by the third year, then run again, I just couldn't imagine. We were talking about jobs and not being happy. I would want to walk out of that job. This is crazy, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's so. But I feel like his desires there. That maybe that's the energy I was stepping into. Is that well? Yeah. I mean, he's in it, right?
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
it. He wants to. He wants that. But you remember the energy we stepped into, Andrea, a long time ago, and we didn't want to talk about it?
Yeah.
I just feel like something's going on there with that.
Yeah.
You have the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, because of all this unrest with the people. We have the 10 of Swords coming in there at him. And then that kind of walking away from that White House situation because of not because of himself, but something against him. Does that make sense without saying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know what you're saying. So I think probably all of us, without looking at anything or using psychic intuition, feel that if Kamala is his VP this term and next term, she will probably step in, given all the factors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not.
Yeah, because then I threw again, and I got betrayal. That if this plays out like this, that he wouldn't because of somebody betraying him, and that would make sense to the 10 of Swords. Interesting. Should we read on Kamala?
Yeah. This term? Or both?
Let's read on Kamala this term,
Okay.
and like see how what her energy plays out, because his energy is like that. And I just want to say hi to Mark. Hi, Mark. Spirit Whisperer in the house.
Mark.
Did you get my email, Mark? Okay. Kamala.
Yeah, you're on target there, Aries girl. There shouldn't be anyone after 75 in government, at least in a leader position.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want either of my parents to be president.
I know, right?
No, like think about that. Like at their age, and they're younger than him, and I'm like, you know. And I'm not saying everyone at certain ages, but maybe like advisories, but not the leader, right? Because I believe
advisories, yes,
I
because
believe in the knowledge of the elders, right?
yes.
I believe in that 100%, their insight and things like that, but maybe not the active president or leader.
You can definitely see some that have that spirit within,
Of course,
within the Senate and whatnot, but like Pelosi, she still seems to be on her game,
I can't believe it. That's incredible.
Incredible. But then you see like Chuck Grassley and some of these Republicans, you can definitely tell they're losing it. And even that Democrat.
Not trying to be ageism, Catherine. Sorry if it feels that way.
No, it just
yeah, like my grandma on one side and my grandfather on the other side. Sure, they were sharp as anything. I don't know.
It just depends on the person, but you can see some of them shouldn't be there.
I have completely different cards for her for the rest of the term. Wait to see what y'all have.
Maybe it's like they have to go through a test, just like any older person, like cognitive test. Is that what it's called?
I would assume, right?
Well,
But we don't know.
the former guy passed, you know.
Oh, Ruth
Man,
Bader
person,
Ginsburg is
camera,
another example.
TV.
Person, tree, house.
Person, man,
Man.
woman, camera, TV. I passed. He's ready to rock and roll, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, completely opposite cards. Completely.
I don't even know what's going on here.
There is some weirdness.
Yeah. I gotta ask it in a different way or ask something else.
Knight and 10 of inspiration and 3 of emotions. 3. Yeah, exactly. That's Indigo. Yep. Indigo's on the same track as I am with her cards.
The former guy probably had to practice those 5 for probably at least in a couple hours to get it right. To go on Fox News and repeat it well. He probably got a cookie later. I did it. Yay.
Well, Catherine's leaving. I don't think she's happy with how that conversation went. Catherine, if that's the case, I apologize if that's how it was taken.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with ageism.
Oh, no. No.
Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, Jay.
Didn't say it. Kamala Harris. I don't know. What I get here is she's going to do what she needs to do to be within the Democratic Party to have success. There are some anxieties being number 2 in charge. I think she felt 6 of Cups and the 9 of Swords here, and here's next the strength behind the leader. But I think overall her energy is like, I had a better time in the Senate, is what I'm feeling here. But then I have these with the 3 of Cups, Queen of Swords, or like, and the Democrat card, and then victory. So it's like, I will do what we need to do for the Democratic Party. But then the ending here with her being vice president and whatnot, there's a secret change coming. The Moon Judgment, walking away, and Wheel of Fortune. So within her first terms, there's going to be a change, is what's shown here. The Moon, some kind of judgment happening. These are secrets, and then walking away from something, and then her full destiny comes full circle. So whatever that means. I'm not really getting a boom, boom, boom. I don't know if that's being president or if it means a change in her life eventually. But she's part of the team. That's what I'm saying. She's part of the team. She almost is kind of subconsciously having some struggles of like, I wish I was just a senator. Yeah, it's like I was more worthy there kind of feeling. She'd rather be the leader.
When dreaming of being president, you're not expecting all this other garbage to have been in what they're facing right now with 45 and the virus and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like those are big obstacles you wouldn't have thought of when you were wanting to become president or be in politics. And I'm just going to slow the train down here on the ageism going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, full stop. There are people of every age who wouldn't be competent to be president. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
It's not an ageism.
True.
I'm referring to my parents. There's no way in the world you'd want them to be president. I can tell you right now. I'm talking about my relationship with my parents. Not what you would want. I am not talking about everyone, and I'm not talking about a certain age group.
Exactly. And when she said that too, I'm like, nope, I wouldn't want my parents in there. And it's not just, it's like, but he is in the right place at the right time right now in history. And he's doing a good job. He's the one
who had to be there. It's destiny.
Exactly.
Right. Yep.
Just to change the energy and bring the positivity.
Okay, so I'm getting for Kamala that it looks good for her, and look at what came back upright. And taking that baton and moving it forward, and being able to balance it all out, and she's in for the long run. Sorry, you guys, the lighting, but it's the lily. I
can see it.
Okay.
Literally.
So whatever that means for her, she's in it. She's strong. She's a leader. I see her fulfilling her time in the term. However that plays out for her. Spirit Whisperer says to you, Scott, that he's sorry about what Granny Manny said about you. Whatever that means.
I must have missed it, whatever it was, but.
Well, Granny, you have to go on his thing. Granny Manny must have read on you or something on his channel.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I love Granny Manny.
All right. Are we done with Miss Harris? And our energies are there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
She's looking good and strong.
Basically, here Charles is wondering about Mitchie. How's his current feelings of, let's just say, government in general? Doesn't have to go into 45. Let's get into his deep side secrets, actually.
Who? 45?
Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. Oh.
Yeah, Mickey.
Befriending. Does Mitch McConnell regret befriending 45? I'm being shown like a chess game. Not really. I don't know if regret is the right word. It's just about playing the chess game. What you need at the time. You're playing when you play chess, you usually play about, well, depending on how good you are, you play 5, I'm making it up, but you play 5 plays ahead at all times. You know what I mean? So you're looking at the board and you make this move, but you're looking 5 plays ahead already. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And so it's all a chess game. So he doesn't really look back and regret any moves. just always kind of looking those 5 steps ahead. So as far as regretting, I'm not sure about that. And yeah.
That come to the edge and TikTok. So that's saying to me it's coming to an end. Things are potentially gonna. That's what he's reflecting on. Like he's been pushed to the edge as far as he can in this relationship with 45 and doing his bidding or whatever nonsense goes on. It's coming to an end. It's all about to go. And possibly explode in his face, right? If things get revealed. I think a lot of them are. They have to be. Most of them are thinking, what have I done? Why did I do it for this guy?
Pretty much. He's a master of his own desires as far as him in general. The Magician, 8 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
He does what's best for Mitch in any situation. You know, he called out the former guy with the January 6th, but then on the other hand, he walks the line for the Republicans as far as that goes. And then he's back and forth, stay in the good graces of Biden here. In the past, I have weird energy of a lot of women and his connections. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Lovers. That's in his past. So it feels like I see a warning. There was a warning there. That's what I get from that. Long ago, in the 45 administration, someone gave him a warning that he's got to toe the line and maybe come up with investigations or something like that. In his future going forward, I have Death, 8 of Swords, and what was the other one? Temperance. His current situation is going to change. It may have to relate with the Queen of Wands, maybe his wife or something like that, but there's going to be an ending to a situation. Something he did with the the 8 of Swords, it's coming, but hold on. He's reborn, but it has something to do what he did legally. It could be his ties to the oligarchs or something like that, you know. But all's going to be revealed with his ties and what he did with 45. I mean, we're talking, I really sense it's illegality coming up in his future. The Devil and the Emperor, which feels like it's bribes he did while with 45, the Emperor. 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups. Could be 4 months, could be next April, something like kind of feeling. He's coming up with issues within the next year here. 4 months, April. So basically, he's a master of his own. You know, he's that magician. He'll toe the line, he'll talk the talk, whatever. But there's something coming up for him that's going to have a big change. It feels like bribes, taking money, something like that. He did it to himself. There's something coming. He's going to regret. That's a whole spread for him.
Well, he's definitely rethinking his chess moves right now. You have the 8 of Swords coming in reverse. Getting that new perspective. He understands what's happening right now, and he doesn't like it. He's kind of, you see him as the hangman there, getting that new perspective of things. You know, not really having to So he's not happy with that. What's happening in the White House right now, with 45 and all that, and he's rethinking his next moves. But he does have something up his sleeve as far as his next moves and where it's going. But I do feel it's away from 45. I feel like 45 has been taken off the chessboard, so to speak, in his mind.
So not moving with him, like not planning moves with him.
Right. I feel like
Yeah.
he's taking him off the chessboard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No longer useful for his moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the pawn anymore.
No.
It's a good analogy. I kind of see that too. It's like if you want to think of chess, it's like
Yep.
picked it up, you're done.
Yeah.
He's not part of the future. I mean, he knows, but I kind of get that. Do you remember back a year ago or so, maybe even more? There was those reports that the CIA director walked into his office, Mitch's office, and had a conversation or needed a meeting. That's unusual, and that was reported out.
Hmm.
Why would the CIA director meet with Mitch? Really strange. And we read on it, and we're all getting like a page of cups, some kind of offer, some kind of message that was important. It's like, we know you did this kind of thing. It may even be with overseas dealings. Now we're seeing, that Russian oligarch got raided, his houses anyway, and that kind of stuff. So, and CIA deals with overseas things. And that just gives me that sense of that day. I remember it, and we read on it, and it was a long time ago, but it's like, why would the CIA director see the Senate Majority Leader at the time? Really strange.
Jocelyn says that I had said something about 45 on December 21st, and I remember that. I don't remember the show, but I do remember that. And Scott just got that today, and Debbie saw the 22nd. So maybe it's on deck. It's on deck.
Could be. Lisa's one. Are you done with Mitch?
Should we look at if
Yeah, Lisa wants to know more. I think
okay, we'll dive a little deeper with him.
I think she's a Kentucky girl, if I remember correctly. She wants to know about the election again with Mitch. Is this a secret thing? If the good guys are actually looking into it? Lots of numbers been reported, factual, that it made no sense how he won.
Hi, Harvey.
Lisa is that Kentucky girl. Yeah, thought so.
Oh boy, he's protecting himself. He's oof.
Ooh. I have communication was not properly given about the votes. So that would indicate fudging the votes. What was really voted for and what you heard are two different things. The darkness here. Linked together. Overseas. what he did to become
Nobody
leader.
likes him. Lisa says nobody likes him here.
I know. We all seen the polling. It was like 29% of people like Mitch, yet he wins by 10 points, right? I think our government knows that it was an election off, but as far as coming out and saying it, no. I always get that sense they want us to believe that it was a free and fair election. Because I have our government riding in and finding out with the 8 of Wands, there's hope there. Knight of Coins, taking a look at the election. 4 of Coins would be some kind of group looking at it, and then Wheel of Fortune. That to me suggests they did look at the election and they found out as fact not correct. But they're going to keep it a secret. They're just going to, election commission, FBI, whoever looked at it, they're going to keep it a secret and fix it. Because, like, all this talk of democratic society that, hey, we have a free and fair election, King of Cups, Nine of Coins, right. Everything is beautiful. We did it right. And only to come back now and say, well, we have Mitch McConnell that isn't really elected. We found something. Lindsey Graham wasn't elected. We found something. They're just going to fix it by, within the midterms and whatnot. I don't see them, changing it. Hangman and 10 of Wands. It's burdensome. We know it, but we're not going to change it. I don't see it coming out to light.
It's like, and Lisa's like, why? Well, can you imagine if no one had any faith in the
That's the thing. They don't want to have America look.
They don't want.
Yeah.
Even the Democrats, they don't want to look like
it would look foolish. Even though it would, be a knock on the GOP, but it would look really foolish. So because then you have the right all, saying it was a stolen election, and then we come to find out, well, it was stolen in other ways, but our elections aren't safe. Yeah, it's a tough one to come out and say. I just don't see it.
Yeah, and it's exactly what my cards are saying. So you can see them, protecting the truth or whatever, protecting and not allowing it to get out to the world, right? They don't want, they're concerned. Okay. But it's going to be okay. I feel like the light will be shown somehow, but I don't.
I think it's. Go ahead.
I just feel like it. It will be shown, but not in the way we think. Because when I checked in the energy, I got a yes, no on that, and this is why.
Basically, yeah, it's basically that. I think they're going to let justice make the case. If we find some illegality, which we all sense, with his wife and him and this oligarch, force him out a different way.
Exactly. And I know, Lisa, but yeah, it's like the government thinks they're dealing with a bunch of kids. Well, the problem is some of the people are kids, and so we all suffer because there are some people who would react as kids. Does that make sense? So they make these decisions for us because they think that we can't think like
Yeah.
over, whatever.
Weird question. So remember Charles Booker? He was the other Democrat running against Amy McGrath in the primaries, but Amy won to face off Mitch. So he's a black gentleman who's running against Rand Paul in 2022 now.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember back then, what's going to happen with Charles Booker? And then I immediately thought, oh, he's going to run against Rand Paul. Back then when he lost to Amy. So let's see how that's going to roll. 2022.
Yeah, well, if you got that bit.
Let's get rid of this guy. Because it was really close between him and Amy, facing off against Mitch. As far as the Democrats.
Right.
Russian Rand Paul. He's up in his neck deep. He's a no good. Rand Paul and Charles Booker.
Okay.
Let's see. A year away energy. Queen of Swords, 2 wands, Ace of Swords, the Fool, Strength, What a weird toss. I tossed on both of them. I mean, I did
too.
I mean, as one throw. I mean, I should have separated, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I threw
I just tossed on the election between them. I'm thinking, okay, we'll see which.
Oh, okay.
Which, if Republican cards come out or Democrat, but mainly it's going to be a fight. I get the new guy wins. I'm getting a lot of pages. It's going to be a battle, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Tough, but the biggest thing I get is that Page of Swords, Page of Cups. So it's a lot of new energy. A new person comes in.
Yep.
But like I said, I threw one whole spread on the election. Probably shouldn't have, because it's all about a big fight. We got a tower. We got Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. There's a lot of infighting, kind of back and forth kind of stuff. So I probably ought to throw it differently. It was just really strange throw, but I get the newer energy coming out of the fight.
Absolutely. I feel like, well, I threw 3 cards for Rand Paul, and then I have him leaving because there's something coming up with him.
That's literally what I got.
Wow. Yeah, there's something coming up for him that's going to be revealed, and he has to leave.
I was just going to ask if he's connected with like 45 and doing that kind of bidding.
I was going to ask too, like, Scott, do you know, is he caught up in stuff something's going to be revealed?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's a shadow guy. I mean, I did get he was connected to the Ukraine
Oh.
secretly.
okay. So that,
You know, kind of like Devin Nunes and his aide were all making connections with Lev and all that. And they were, what I seen, we don't know yet, but remember when and Lev and Igor and another guy was all indicted, arrested. And I seen an article and it said there was context. I don't know why Pete Sessions hasn't been arrested either, but he was named in the indictment along with an unnamed political figure. And it named that there was someone else in government, unnamed. They wouldn't print it. When I looked at that, Rand Paul popped in my head. So I'm like, I think he's the unnamed person in this whole indictment affair. Kind of like he's the guy behind trying to stay quiet, but he's been involved. So that's what I sense about him. There was something there underneath with justice, but I was just reading on the election. So, but we can look at that more.
Yeah. Well, here's the cards for Charles Brooker, and it's kind of similar to what you were saying, Scott. I have the Ace of Cups, the Sun, and then the King of Swords. So yeah, I feel like he's got the better cards for the race in 2022, obviously. And Ed K, my mom is doing good, recovering from her stroke, and I'll be there in a couple weeks, and I'm going to have her come on the show.
Oh,
say hi. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Oh my
Who's
God.
coming on?
My mom. When I go, I'm going to be there in a couple of weeks, and so I'll be all set up there because I'll be doing work from there. And so I'm going to have her come on. Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Thank you, Ed, for asking.
Yeah, I got Darkness from the Past. That karma's going to catch up to Rand Paul.
Yep.
And I see legal stuff coming in quick. And then the announcement will be the Democrat wins. So that's Booker, right? Isn't he dating a celebrity? Isn't he dating
who's that?
Actress Charles Booker? Is that his name?
Oh, I'm not sure about him.
He's dating an actress, I believe.
Oh, really? Charles is?
Charles Booker, yeah. She's
okay.
I can see her face. I know movies she's in, and I can't think of her name. Sorry. Well, I can look it up.
Rand Paul was in Russia on the July 4th trip. Well,
maybe not. I don't know.
Is it connected?
No, it's not him. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Oh, okay.
What his name? Cory Booker. There. I knew his name was Booker. I'm like,
no, Cory Booker.
Cory Booker's going to Rosario.
Oh, okay.
I had the last
name. Okay, everybody's throwing it up there now.
I had the last name right.
Yeah, Cory. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I just asked about Rand Paul, and is it that Russia thing going to be something that is part of what takes him down? And I got a yes on that.
I'm not positive whether it's before the election or after. If he makes it till 2022. But yeah, I'm total agreement here, Debbie. But I see like a secret indictment here for him.
Oh, okay.
The Moon, 3 of coins, 8 of coins here. But his future does not look good here with the page of coins, death, and justice together.
Exactly. I got the page of coins as well. Yep.
So there's something there. There
Now,
is
I got
a
the
huge,
three of swords, right? So there's three swords, and it's not just that connect. Oh, see? Yep.
I got the same thing on the bottom of the deck.
It's one of the swords.
Chariot and judgment. So there is some awesome big time judgment.
Yep. I got
Charging
the chariot as well.
But I also have the Four of Cups, so it's kind of next to, in between those, so it feels like it's a waiting.
Also,
It really,
offers being made that he's not happy about. Like, if
Right.
he says this, here's your offer if you spill the beans on this, right? And he's like, that's not a great offer, but is that what I have to take?
something
Right?
like that, but I just can't get the energy. It's coming for him. Justice is coming for him. It just depends when they decide to drop it. If it's before the election, I think a lot has to do with the 45 when everything comes down with this. There's a lot going on. It's like they're waiting on the other stuff. How the Eight of Coins is kind of plucking your coins, figuring it out yet. More investigations, more knowledge, more flipping. Eventually, it's going to happen. It's kind of like a Watergate thing. When everything comes out years later, these people get indicted. It's a long process.
I see it coming to light. He's been living a double life, this sort of shadow life. So what we find out, the Chariot and Pentacles. So it's got something to do with.
You got to hold those cards up there longer.
Oh, sorry.
Sell those cards.
Okay, coming to light. Him and living.
I love that double life on that one card that you.
Yeah.
Oh dang, coolio.
The Chariot and the Pentacles is telling me he had something to do about money moving back and forth with Russia, and he's going up in flames. He's going up in flames. It's going to point at him.
Well, I believe that.
CBD.
They're all blackmailed. Holly's hit with Rand. She thinks it's before the election. Like a heads up, maybe.
Will he back down before the election?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see.
I don't know. I don't think that's the way the FBI works. Those gummy bears can be dangerous, especially when they're under the couch. Oh, lordy.
Will he back down before the election? I think he doesn't want to back down, but there may be something that calls him to the carpet before then. Something might be revealed before then, but he doesn't want to back down.
Of course, he's all in there. If you're in office, it's a lot harder to get out of office for illegality.
You're talking about CBD coffee. CBD coffee.
Oh, lordy.
You can just drop in CBD oil into your coffee too. Gummies don't just don't taste good. They are truth tellers. Right. Okay, I'm a Maine girl. Will you read on how Susan Collins won her election? Sorry, you always have to kind of laugh when you say that. Susan Collins, PK. That's a good question.
Oh, Shield Maiden, hope you feel better.
Oh. Yeah.
Susan Collins. Susan Collins.
David.
Michelle seen Cash Peters' video, and he thinks, according to his pictures, says Kamala will be president. Okay.
That makes sense to the cards I got.
That made sense to the cards you got last year.
Yeah.
My cards were unsure. I was feeling no positivity.
May not be this term. Could be next term.
Right. That might be where you,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only looking at this term, but I threw secondly, and I don't know. It probably is more current energy because she feels stressed. You feel the uneasy feeling of not being in charge. She was more of a leader in the Senate than now. Maybe it's a tough being number 2 kind of thing. What do I do? I don't know. Things will play out, but they're here for the reason now. The future will unfold.
Absolutely.
And the world.
And he's doing a great job. He's such a lovely man. He seems like such a lovely man, Joe Biden. His cavalcade, is that what you call it? His car cavalcade drove right by me. I don't know how many years ago.
Oh, how cool.
Joe Biden. His wife going somewhere. I don't know. Is that Joe Biden? So there, I'm so close to greatness. He was visiting Canada at the time.
Oh, cool. I feel the same. I feel he's. I think it's hard to be a politician, and I think he's a good man. And
he stepped into his destiny. That's it.
Yeah. I love how he talks about his wife and his family. And those are all real positive identifiers of who a person is in their heart.
Yeah, if you read any of these books about him, the ending, he's kind of got a potty mouth behind the scenes. He does get angry about what's going on.
A potty mouth.
So he's human.
Of course.
Okay, Susan. Well, the thing about Maine there, I think they had the same voting machines as in South Carolina and Kentucky in certain places. I couldn't believe she won. My prediction was she wasn't going to win.
Is she? I don't know how. Is she dodgy? This lady?
Yeah.
Because I got dark cards for her.
She is dark. She's a little weirdo. She was always, after she didn't vote for him being impeached, she was the one that always got clipped of saying, I think the president has learned his lesson and he won't do anything anymore. It's like, so everyone on Twitter and other places like, hey, Susan, do you think Donald Trump has learned his lesson? So it was always clipped. She was the senator, that always said, I think he's learned his lesson now.
Well, I got darkness cards for her, almost spell casting darkness, and then Bear is taking me to Russia. So is this dark bidding for Russia? I'm getting planning, I'm getting scheming, I'm getting willing to do anything. Scary, yucky.
Weird.
I do get the same kind of shady thing.
Mm.
And again, politician playing on the hopes of the people, and acting this out. And you have the White House there just playing the game of the devil, and of politician work. I didn't get a yes or no on, as far as the machines or anything, but she literally played the cards correctly, with her connection with the devil. And that would be 45. Her
It's
connection.
dark, like not pleasant cards.
Mm-mm. Everybody wants gummies.
I just asked about her in general, not really the election. So I maybe should have tossed on the election. But I got the same thing as far as her lock and step with her party. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Queen of Wands, representing her, I guess. There, it's like she did what's best for her, for inner party, for her own good.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of lying and deceiving. Page of Swords and the Chariot. More of picking on her own courage, her own processes for her best good. But then the darkness comes in. The death and High Priestess. And then Justice. So there might be some secrets revealed with her coming up.
Mm.
Some darkness secrets within the election. It wouldn't surprise me, all money coming out. That how the former guy kept him in check, with bribery or something, 8 of Coins, 10 of Swords makes me feel like the money might come out and cause a backstabbing moment of like they figure out, how he was bribing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
How he kept them in check, or the compromise he used, or something like that. Once our administration gets in there, and sees everything, and like, oh my God,
Yeah, and it's coming out. I do have it coming out, and it is coming out, and she will be revealed, and there's going to be a fall from grace there coming in, because whatever's coming out against her or being revealed.
There's a lot going on. Oh my gosh.
A couple of people in the chat were talking about British Columbia. So if you don't mind, for a second, if everyone can send some love to British Columbia, massive flooding.
Yes.
Destroying infrastructure, all the highways, homes underwater, businesses. Very, very upsetting. So British Columbia is part of Canada, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I feel sorry for everyone there. So send some love to British Columbia, please.
David. Thank you, David.
David likes your hair there, Debbie.
Yeah.
What color do you make it there, dear?
Well, or is
that all natural?
No, it's not natural. You can see the top. It's gray-ish, and then it turns kind of a white, blondish. And then underneath, of course, I have dark.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh. Such
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
such crooks.
put that on my daily list there.
Oops. Kamala's done. Delete. Love and light to British Columbia.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, like wiping out highways, like the mud slides, the water, all this stuff, flooding, terrible.
Funny. What would your Christmas tree look like after a few gummies?
They do sell just CBD gummies, and that you don't get the THC in that, but it still gives you the healing aspects of the plant. Okay. Have you guys ever read on how many Dems will be found to have not been straight in their responsibilities? Nope.
Not really. We usually don't read on Democrats having issues.
Nope.
But I'm sure not everyone's on the up and up.
So it's hard to be a politician. You have to work hard, not to take money from the wrong people. You're completely inundated, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure there. People throwing money at you.
Well, especially if whatever side you're on, whatever political party you want to go in and do, if you're someone who really wants to do well and do good for the whole, wherever it is you're running for, you get in there and you find out it's not as maybe great as you thought it would be. There's lots of red tape, I'm sure, and secrets and what do you call those people? Lobbyists and things like that you have to, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It takes so much money to run and do all that these days that it's tough.
It's all gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah.
All right. Other Democrats.
Yeah, David is Mystery Theater this week, and I think I'm hosting. Right, Scott?
Yes.
Yes.
Wednesday, about 4:30 Central.
And you're hosting tomorrow too, Andrea, for Monday night.
Okay. I thought you were hosting. Because remember, you're just going to host, and we didn't have last Monday.
Oh,
I'll host. I don't care.
Oh, I thought it was. That is so weird. I totally thought it was you.
Because we didn't do a show on Monday, right?
Yeah, but I thought it was your show we didn't do on Monday.
Oh, no. I think it was your show we didn't. I will host. I'll host tomorrow.
Okay, good, because I'm going to be flying in. And
can you do tomorrow or no?
Yeah. I will. It's going to be it'll be easier if you do that part. Yeah. Everybody's like, what are they talking about? Have you guys ever?
Nancy Jean.
Nancy Jean.
I just asked the Democrats as a whole, of legality, of corruption, taking money, whatever. I'm getting yes, of course. They do take money under the table, that kind of thing. The moon, 8 of coins, and 6 of cups. So yeah, they all take secret money under the table. But what I'm getting here is their partnerships are done the right way. The Two of Wands, Strength, and Eight of Wands. So the partnerships they create with money under the table, whatever the case may be, has strength behind it, meaning it isn't as a whole corrupt. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yep.
They do it the right way. They make their filings,
Yep.
but of course there might be a stray one here and there that that may eventually have problems with the FCC or whatever. But generally, as a whole, they do it the right way. Even though there might be secret, $100 bills under the table, whatever. It's part of politicianing, what I'm getting here, but they do it the right way. If they have to file something, they file it correctly, because they understand the checks and balances and they don't want to go to jail. I'm getting the checks and balances of the King of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Fool. They understand the checks and balances and they don't want the backlash, so the filings and whatever they need to do, generally they do it correctly.
It's like you spend more in it's what I'm hearing too with that, Scott, is it's harder to deal with the lying and hiding stuff than it is
to just be honest.
to be honest and truth and straightforward. But it's hard. It takes work. It takes work. I do feel like they try hard to stay in the up and up. And I love that Queen of Cups coming in and the Empress.
Nice.
Because that's real grounded, and they really do try to stay in the up and up. It's hard. But this is an overall energy, but you will find those who, that it has snuck through, right? But they make it happen, even though without making the wrong connections, they make it work. They do. Overall, I'm not saying every Democratic politician.
Yeah, I see some of them have received gifts, maybe not outrageous amounts, but gifts. Yeah. And what's going to come out of the cleanup, what we're going to see over the next year is they're going to start putting it on record. Okay, I received a car from Ford for lobbying for them or whatever.
Right.
Putting stuff on record to clean things up. Because they don't want to go to jail. So one of you said, I saw that too. Nobody wants trouble. So they're going to say what they get, right? Whether it's too much or not, at least they're going to say what it was.
Yeah.
And my guides, my spirit team keeps bringing in that feeling of, if you lie to someone, to keep up that lie takes so much work. Yeah. And that's the feeling I get with this whole situation.
I mean, I don't care if a official gets a free car or something. I mean, there should be a perk for the job you're doing, right? Just not, sneaky stuff or whatever.
Right.
I've seen Gary, you talking about the retired guy that rants on his channel about everything? I think that's Airborne. I think I've seen that. Oh, lovely lovelies. We're at 2 hours.
Okay.
Card of the day. We did a lot of talking about food and loveliness and jobs and getting in a better space.
Yeah.
And corruption and goodness. Yep, true, Kat. No politician should be a millionaire. It's just not possible to make 175,000 a year and then a few years later be a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. Very strange. Okay. Whose card are these? Wait a minute, these are Andrea's cards. I just seen these and I'm like, wait a minute, whose cards are these? I'm like, oh, that's right. These are the other
Wow,
Andrea's.
that looks like a
other
lovely
cards.
oracle deck.
The Oracle Message deck by Andrea.
Oh, I can't wait to get home to see those.
Did they arrive? Do you know? Because I will cry if they're not there.
Well, they should be. They could be at my neighbor's because she was picking up my mail for a while.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, I
Shannon
got
just
an email notification they arrived.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
But you got an email notification from Andrea that they arrived.
Nope, from the
No,
company.
I put your email too, Debbie. You should have got it.
Oh,
I
no,
got
I
an
haven't
email.
gotten that email.
Yeah, the card trading or whatever company it was, I can't remember.
Oh,
I got an email
no, I
from
didn't
them.
get an email on that. Not yet.
Okay, card of the day for people from the Andrea Lilac Lantern Oracle cards. They are beautiful.
Thank you.
Your download was beautiful.
I got tangerine. Be spontaneous and have fun. Orange is your sacral chakra, and that's how you feel. So they're telling you to be spontaneous and have fun. Ooh, that feels. I love this.
It
card.
does feel good. Woo!
Ooh, that feels like a lot of good energy.
Yes.
Num 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 num.
And look what I have to back that up. The Three of Cups coming in.
Oh yes.
And that's really coming together, like-minded people and joy and celebration. And the other thing dropping in with this card is when you're with that like-minded group, what you bring is so important. Don't negate yourself and your message and the love that you bring in.
Beautiful.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's pretty much the same. I got the go for it. You are supported. There's a mother supporting her young child, reaching for flowers or whatever, but it's a beautiful card there. It's all about the same thing. You know, our angels, our guides, our grandmothers that have passed and great grandmothers, they're there for us. So we are supported in our journeys.
Yay.
Yay, lovely.
Yay. And happy birthday to Sterling Roses.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Sterling Roses, birthday.
Happy 61st birthday.
Hey, I'm going to pull a card for Sterling Roses then.
Oh.
Yay. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
A happy birthday card, an oracle. Sterling Roses.
Hi, Tracy.
Aww. Today I can float on air.
Yay. That's a perfect
That's a perfect card for your birthday.
Awesome.
Ooh, I got mysticism. So your gift's getting stronger this year. Your intuition, your third eye, the study of what we're doing here. That's an awesome card for a birthday.
And I have the Nine of Pentacles coming in here. So just enjoy the years. You can look back and just go, I'm in a really good spot right now to continue, looking forward this year. You're in a really good position just to step into joy and, reaping what you've sown, bringing it forward. Beautiful. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right. I hope everyone has a lovely Sunday. Enjoy it as
Blessings
you
to you
will.
all.
Throw in the love. Go like lantern style. You're Scott Allen style. Live long
And the
and
Scott
prosper.
Allen style.
Hey, Debbie can do it too. Hey, we're rocking it all criminals of love. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Debbie, for joining.
Thank you both.